We are back, everybody. Hello, John Delarose here, the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction. This is crazy stuff going on today. I can't believe this just happened. Indiegogo so far has been sort of a gosh, this didn't go on Twitter. Will you guys share this on Twitter real quick because this didn't auto post. And I want this to auto-post. Share this on Twitter. Share this on Facebook, please. Let's get everybody coming in here quickly. Share this link. Hit like a bunch, and this is going to get on here. This is deplatforming. This is the bias that's going on in the media. I can't believe this is going on. This is so crazy. So for those who don't know, Alt Hero is a book that is by Archaven Comics, published by Vox Day. It's written by Chuck Dixon. Chuck Dixon is the modern-day Stan Lee. He's a guy who has created more comic books than anybody else out there, pretty much, I think, in history. I think he actually has that distinction. And a hardworking guy. They made a book called Alt Hero Q, which is a book about QAnon. And it's a fictional account. It's just taking into account current events with QAnon and the QAnon army and all that, as this kind of person who's kind of investigating into Q and going into this in a comic book. Totally just fun action romp sort of thing. And this is what we got going right now. So this campaign was going for about a month. It's got great artwork, again, by Chuck Dixon, one of the all-time comics greats. And it raised over $100,000 when it was going on. It's now they've been slowly refunding everybody's stuff. So now the dollar count is going down. It was at 70,000 2 minutes ago. It's now at 46,000. Indiegogo is just going through and refunding everybody, giving everybody their money back. Even though this was a total there's no scam here. This is a book. Alt Hero is a comic book. It's already raised money on another platform, and it's going through right now. There's already, I think, 6 Alt Hero comic books out in total. And so this is a legitimate company making a legitimate product. It's legitimate comic books, and Indiegogo is refunding people. It says up top on the campaign, I'm going to show you the graphic. If you pull up the webpage, here it is. You see this big yellow up top? This campaign has been closed by trust and safety due to a violation of our terms of use. This campaign will no longer be accepting contributions, and the campaign owner will not have access to the campaign. So not only are they censoring this content, which, look, there's nothing wrong with the content. I'm going to go through. I got my email open here. Sorry to dox people who are emailing me, but I got this. This is my Indiegogo campaign. Your transaction has been refunded. This is how I found out about this. I obviously supported this. And it says, here's the terms of use. Let's read the terms of use and see if this is in violation of any of the terms on here. This is totally a political thing, guys, because this is a QAnon. This is about QAnon. This is like a positive comic book just about QAnon. It's just a action thing. Look, it's like a Mission Impossible. The guy looks like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible a little bit. It's just a comic book like anything else. And there's, look, I mean, it's just... Cryptic message brought me here. Yeah, I mean, it's just like the whole Q Army thing. The home of America's favorite action star, the tough guy, blah, blah, blah. This guy's military, not domestic. I don't see anything on here that looks bad or anything like that. It just says QAnon, therefore it's bad, right? Q was right. These people are sick. What's this about? I'm sure you're warning about this. You won't be able to unsee it. Did you forget trying putting the genie back in the bottle? It just looks like a comic book. I mean, I've seen way more violent stuff on Indiegogo. I've seen way more sexual stuff on Indiegogo. There's nothing that looks bad here. It's just a comic book, but because it's made by conservative writers, they have taken it down. So right now they're in the process. Watch this. This had $100,000 just a few minutes ago, and I'm going to refresh here. I'm going to refresh. Look, see, it just went down from 46 to 38. They're refunding all the transactions. Nobody has access to the page. The guy who made it can't even get into the page. Very wrong here. So I've got the, so where's our, I'm trying to pull up the terms of use here. Because they claim, how do they do this after a month? So yeah, this is after it's over. Now look, I'm trying to load the, whoops. Let me close out of all my windows. I'm trying to load their, this is also, look, I'm trying to load their terms of use. Oh, this site can't be reached. There's no way to even check what terms of use were, quote, violated. Look at this. I'm not joking. And it's not my other stuff loads. Look, I'm going to refresh this page. It loads. Their terms of use aren't even loading because they knew there was not a terms of use on here. So they took the page down so that you can't get onto it and you can't actually see what violated it. And it's all because of This is crazy. I've never seen anything like this before on Indiegogo. We knew that Kickstarter was like this, but this is a bad portent of things to come. The fact that you can't even look up the terms of use is just really, really frightening. I want to say that, yeah, they're updating it right now. So right now they're updating the terms of use, which is why it's down, so that there's going to be something that they, quote, violated ex post facto. Yeah, I think somebody got to them also. This campaign had to have been reported a lot. I get my campaigns reported just because of who I am. People try to hurt my campaigns, and I've got one up right now. I'm very scared for my current campaign because it's through Arcade and Comics also. My campaign, let me make sure it's up actually. I should have checked that first thing. So I've also got a campaign through Arcade and Comics. It's up right now. It is called the Ember War, and the Ember War. So mine is still up. So I think QAnon is what triggered their deal. The Ember War looks like it's safe for now, even though it's through the same publishing company. So it has nothing to do with that. So I got my $18,747 for the Ember War. But this makes the Ember War all that more important at this point because we're trying to build something here. We're trying to build a competitive comic book industry to the evil extreme left wing at Marvel and DC. And, these campaigns are everything, guys. This is all of our funding. This is all of our art. This is all of our printing money. We need this to survive. So, this is it. I mean, if we can't get Alt Hero Q done, we have to get the Ember War done. This is shocking. So I'm still waiting. I'm trying to find the terms of use that they, quote, violated in order to do that. I sent an email to Indiegogo as a journalist. I've sent them. I sent them an email asking, what went wrong here. I don't see any violations or anything like that. Can you please help me with that? So we're trying to see that. Yeah, Alt Hero Q has now been taken out of the search results. That's correct. So I don't know. I'm trying to just make my comic book. I'm very scared for my comic book now that they took this off, seeing as I'm publishing through the same company that just got removed here. So this is very scary. Yeah, on the payment processing, what can we do about this, guys? Yeah, they're definitely rewriting the terms. I agree with that. What can we do about this? We had Free Starter as a thing. I had that going on for a while as a Patreon alternative, and I was making money off of that. They took Free Starter down and made it so that Free Starter, the company, could not even accept payments. So I lost all my patrons at that point. I was getting a good $150 a month off of that, in addition to my normal writing stuff. And that hurt. That really hurt. I mean, it still hurts. My guys didn't, translate over to Patreon once they took that all down. So I don't have that income anymore. And if they're going to take away everything that we have, our any ability to produce and raise funds just because of who we are, just because of what we stand for as normal American citizens, this is wrong. This is 100% wrong. This is like fraudulent banking activity because, the banks are supposed to be there in order to service the citizens of this republic. And if we can't have that because of who we voted for or what we stand for and who we are, without any, it's not like we're fraudulent people or anything like that. It's not like there's any crimes being committed here, but just because of speech, then, that goes against the very grain of America. This goes against everything we're supposed to stand for as a democracy. And we're supposed to have safety and security and financially for our citizens here. And Congress needs to do something about this if it's going to keep on going on like this. These companies like PayPal, like Stripe, the credit processing companies that are behind all of this, that are trying to pull all of these projects away from people creating cultural alternatives to the extreme left-wing stuff in publishing and the establishment, need to get punished for doing this to everyday Americans. It's not right. Chuck Dixon needs to feed his kids too. I need to feed my kids too. I need to be able to produce the content that I'm producing. This is incredible. I'm just so shocked that this is going down. I don't even know what to do. and I just got an email from someone. They just shut down Altero Q. So I just reloaded again. They're down to $12,000. They've refunded $88,000 plus now. At this point. Yeah, the fact that this is pulled after this was already done and the whole campaign was done weeks ago is very shady. They didn't pull this right away when this was up. They waited until it was about to be distributed for the funds, and then they pulled this. Again, I'm on this page. I'm looking at the page just trying to see anything that's like bothersome, that's like over the top. There's nothing like rated R or rated X. Well, maybe it's rated R with gunshots. There's nothing like, I've seen way worse material on Indiegogo before, but I think just the word QAnon, triggered some people inside the company, and they wanted to shut it down because they don't want the QAnon message spreading. They don't want alternative culture spreading because they want to maintain lockstep control over culture so they can maintain lockstep control over your minds. That's what this is about, guys. So this is very, very frightening. I don't really have an answer right now because any sort of payment processors like this, they seem to take down before you can even, anytime you get an alternative rolling, they seem to find a way to take it away financially. They try to take away your platform. They try to deplatform you. They could have done it a month ago, right? They waited for everybody to kind of have their stuff and kind of have it die down, and it's done to be able to do this, right? Very, very bizarre. So this is a big news story. I'm still waiting for information from Indiegogo. I've emailed them. I've got to email into Vox. I'm probably going to write this up. I'm hoping, one of my magazines or whatever will take this, and we'll be able to get this. I don't know what's going to be the plan with the comic. I'm still going forward with the Ember War. Again, this is the same company. So if you want to support, if you were a supporter of this comic, you want to support this company that just got taken down. They just lost $100,000. I'm being published through the same company as the Ember War. It's on here right now. We can send them a message real quick. Yep, Arcaven Comics right here. And I don't think they can remove this one. I mean, who knows? Maybe they do it. We'll see. We will see if this gets taken down too. But this has no political ramifications whatsoever. It doesn't look like it's got no trigger words in it or anything like that. So it should be fine. We'll have more as the situation develops. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Follow my blog, and I'll we'll see. We'll see if one of my magazines will pick this up too. Trying to gather information. But that's all I've got right now. Spread this message around, guys. We are being censored. The alternative industry that is happening now is being shut down because of politics. They're trying to rip away our right to free speech, our right to free expression, and our right to create art. And this is this needs to stop. This really needs to stop. There's no other choice. We have to win this battle, and we have to make sure projects like this are allowed to exist. It's our right. See you guys.